Happy Vasant Panchami, everyone. Today is the day we pray to Ma Saraswati to help us with our learning, with the wisdom that we gain. And I am so grateful that I am able to share whatever I have learned about Ayurveda with you guys. Hi, my name is Amrita, and I've been sharing this Dinacharya video with you guys all of January, where I share these daily practices, little practices that can help you with a healthier body, with much more calmer, relaxed mind, and of course, like also a soul that feels much more connected to your higher consciousness because you ground yourself through these practices. Now, I've already spoken much about how the waking up in early morning in Brahma Muhurat will help you so much to tap into this energy in the morning. We have already discussed about your eye health, putting kajal in your eyes. How does that benefit? The oil pulling and the tongue cleaning and nasal drops and oil drops in your ear. All of these practices and teeth cleaning, dhumapana, all these practices little will help you achieve your health goal. But when we look at one practice, which is my episode 12 of this Dinacharya, one practice that is so wholesome, it not only is giving you like full vanity wala benefits that your skin will look great, you will defy age, people will not be able to like believe what age you are because this will give you an anti-aging results, and it will also strengthen your muscles, your bones, your tissues, your ligaments. It will nurture your cells, and in a way that it will also connect you with yourself, so bringing you closer to your self-love journey, because this little self-care practice called Abhyanga is called oil massage. So this little practice of oil massaging your body, yourself, also helps you with self-love, with setting the foundation of self-love. Why? Because Sneha in Sanskrit means oil. So when you put oil on your body, it just literally means loving yourself, loving your body so much for what all it does, and respecting it and giving it that little TLC that it always needs from us. So now, what are the benefits of it? What kind of oils do we use? What are the strokes that we can do? Let's discuss. Let's get into that, okay? So first thing, of course, it will reduce the stress level, because all that body, the warmth, the oil will help you ground. It nourishes your cell, and because of the blood circulation, you will feel more oxygenated, much more, your brain will be much more active, and it's much more relaxed. When we're not able to like deep breathe, when the oxygenation is poor, is when we also feel fatigued. So this will also energizes you, rejuvenates you, helps you with releasing your tiredness and fatigue, right? Plus, you will notice that also it improves your vision, it improves your stamina, it also helps you with better, like softer, smoother, all the skin goals, your personal skin goals, it will help you with it. And the thing is that it's so important because muscles, we always think about muscles when we talk about muscles is when people who are building their muscles. Muscles is something so crucial. They're like single thread, but if you build them, if you work on the muscles, if you tone them, if you firm them, if you also do Abhyanga kind of practices, then these muscles would get much more strengthened, giving you, even if you are like using it for a skill set, or if you're using it for your feeling much more stamina and strength, then this practice can help you with your muscle strength as well. Now, it also, of course, delay age-relating changes, because I've talked about it that anti-aging is the purpose. So when people will ask you your age, so it's with, you will see like how if you're doing practices like these, people are like, oh, you don't look this age. So that is kind of really works. And by the way, if you are in your 30s, if you're a woman in 30s, I'm 35, so this is a practice I'm trying to build right now in my life, because and the thing is, abhi kya zamana badal chuka hai, lifestyle badal chuki hai, and the whole the age of our menopause has also moved forward because of all our stress levels and all our hormonal changes in our body overall. So if you are in your 30s, please do this practice, because with the menopause, there's a lot of other things that happen. There are a lot of changes that our body go through, and degenerating of your bones, or sometimes not having that enough strength, and especially with your old age, is anyway your vata age, where you do lose that sense of, you don't have the same strength as you would have in your youth. So practice like these will balance your vata dosha, grounds you, makes your anxious mind also absolutely calm. So this is a practice that you all girls should do, okay? Sisters, please do this, okay? Now, it also improves texture, tone, and overall skin appearance. So skin goal again achieved. And the best part that this does is it helps you with better sleep. oil, even if you're using an oil which is, let's say, a cooling oil, like a coconut oil or an olive oil, but the process of applying to your body, the massaging, will create some kind of warmth from your hands. Hands have power to heal, and when you use your hands to heal, when you have an intention to nurture your body, you will notice that this warmth that is produced, this heat, will help you heal from all kind of emotions that are sometimes settling in our body, and will help you with your sleep. Sleep is the way our body repairs itself. Sleep is very essential for a healthy body. So which is why if some practice like this can actually be like beneficial, so let's do it. And as I talked about emotions, emotions do get blocked in different body parts of it if they are not processed. So putting an oil massage, like while we know the lymphatic drainage is happening, but when we do these also massaging and releasing these blockages and touch them, and then like acupressure, you have different points, right? In Ayurveda, there are these marma points, and when we go to the Ayurvedic massages, what they have is a proper technical thing where they are massaging the marma points, stimulating them so that your entire body feels rejuvenated and relaxed, and whatever your goal is, you want to, you will always be clear about that. Now, that is what you do for Abhyanga. Now, what kind of oils can we use? Depending on what your body feels like. If it is too dry, if you feel that, like you really, and also feel cold easily if you're Vata body type, then an oil like a coconut oil will also suit you, which is heavier oil. But sesame oil will be best for you because sesame oil is best for everybody. Ayurveda loves sesame oil. Cooking, sesame oil mein karo. Oil massage, sesame oil mein karo. Kaan mein dal lo, nasal dropper. Sesame oil is like, and oil pulling kar lo. तिल का तेल और कच्ची घानी वाला, which is cold press, which is not refined वाला, that oil will be much more nourishing for you. सेसमे जो तिल होता है हमारी बॉडी को बहुत स्ट्रेंथ देता है, हमारे मसल्स को स्ट्रॉन्ग करता है, बोन्स को स्ट्रॉन्ग करता है. सो इट इज़ समथिंग दैट यू कैन एक्चुअली do regularly use. But if you find that your body is too oily and you don't want to use a heavier oil like this, then of course you can choose to use a lighter oil. You could use an almond oil, you could use an olive oil, you could combine the oils that you're liking, and sometimes you can also infuse with an essential oil that feels, that calls out to you. Some people love lavender because it soothes them. I personally prefer eucalyptus because that grounds, that smell really helps me grounding. So anything that you prefer, you can do this. Now here's the thing, we have moved out of the colder season. So yeah, like इतना अभी अगर if the मौसम is gonna get a little colder, today is Basant Panchami, so it is the advent of spring. It is where the spring season will start. Like now the flowers will go into the whole blossoming stage. And while Ayurvedic जब हम ऋतुचर्या देखते हैं तो सीजन्स कौन कौन से आ रहे हैं, तो अभी उनके हिसाब से तो अभी तो शिशिर ऋतु ही चल रहा है, which is the late winters, and mid March is when the Vasant Ritu technically starts for 2 months, mid March to mid May. But spring season is coming, so of course your body will your body will detox itself, and you will know how to support it. I will share much more about detoxing in the spring season, but what you can do now is just nourish your body and take care of the season. If this season is feeling warmer for you, if it's not cold enough, then don't use a heaty oil, use a lighter oil. And people who already have oily body, and people who have people who try to get a fat loss or weight loss, and people who feel heavy and fatigued and drowsy, then in that case you don't have to use oil as well, but you can still practice a massage, which is using some dry powders. And what kind of powders? So I have this one amazing recipe of a DIY masoor dal wala powder, and you can add other things as well, like an orange peel or a rose petal. There are different things that you can add. So I'll share that DIY recipe in tomorrow's episode of Dinacharya, and I'll also talk about, if you don't want to do powder udvaratanam, which is what it's called, dry powder massage, so you can also do dry brushing. It's literally a brush that you use on your body in a certain strokes to help you exfoliate, help you remove the dead skin cells that are built up. Once you remove dead skin cells, ना किसी भी चीज़ से, अभी आपकी अगर आपके फर्नीचर पे भी अगर थोड़ा धूल जम गया है, when you polish it, what happens? It shines, right? So even in your body, when exfoliating helps you, it's a way of skin polishing. So it will give you much more luster and much more shine. And then people will ask you questions that, oh, what is the secret? So then you can tell them. Simple. And people are like, oh wow, it's इतना फर्क पता है? And you're like, yeah. So I love these practices. They're so grounded, and they so much I have faith in them. So one thing that we all need is faith in practices like these. And what we need is intention, awareness and intention, mindfulness, that when you're doing this, give that time to yourself. Like, put a slow music, put a nice beautiful music, some ragas and all for the feels, light a little candle there, maybe put some essential oil or jalao an agarbatti or something, and thoda mahol create karke apna personal spa session ऐसा feel होना चाहिए, and not out of because oh you did this so you need a reward. You're doing this because you want to nourish your body, you want to take care of your body, as simple as that. And I choose to nourish my body, nurture my body. If it's something that you put an intention, it will respond back with such a beautiful, you will be amazed by the results on your own body. You'll be like, oh, who this, so that's that. Now about the oil, I have already done a longer video on the whole Abhyanga videos in December. I will share that video with you again, but to give you a shorter technique of how Abhyanga is done. So this is my sesame oil that I'm using. And what you ideally want to do is, when you are going, there are certain strokes that you must follow. You will use oil also in your head. So head is also, because all the points are there, so you will always do a head massage also. But head massage ke liye, bro, mera amla hair oil recipe which I've shared, please try that, okay? I know it's hectic, it's little difficult, it's little like thoda laborious, but it's really worth it, okay? But even if you're using other oils as well, that's okay. But start with your head and take a lot of amount of oil, and then you want to put it on your entire body, right? So what you do is take care of these kind of strokes, that when you are in your joints or your shoulders, or when you are in your, you're in your shoulders, when you're on your elbows and you're on your wrist, all these are round, right? So ankles, knees, they are round, but your limbs have to be longer strokes. Now, there are two schools of thoughts. One school of thought says that we should move these strokes upwards, towards the circulation, towards the heart. Why? Because the circulation has to be that way. And then there is one theory which I find more logical, which is Ayurveda based, which is saying that Vata energy, which is this space and air in us, which also makes us anxious, which is why we are experiencing whatever joints or any kind of thing. So Vata energy, when it's all over the place, it does create a lot of issues, and we want to balance constantly. Our life is to balance the Vata energy. Out of these doshas, they get imbalanced. If you don't know about these doshas, what I'm talking about, I'm just going to plug in my workshop, which is happening on the coming Sunday, which is Basics Everyday Ayurveda, where I share all about these doshas, understanding what kind of food supports it, how do you balance these doshas, and Dinacharya is a part of it, but there's so much more topics. So link is in bio, you can register. Coming back, Vata energy कहते हैं, it gets imbalances so easily. The space and air, it's so subtle, it gets so imbalanced easily that most diseases, when they are categorized into Vata wale diseases or Pitta or Kapha, Vata has most amount of disease if it's not in balance. And especially, as I again said, old age is our Vata age, so we need to take care of it now. नहीं तो old age थोड़ा सा नुकसान हो जाएगा, मतलब बिस्तर में पड़े रहेंगे, we'll lose our like hair and my teeth, and we'll feel weak and we'll feel like oh helpless, and we just really need to take care of ourselves in this time. Value what we have and nurture it, take care, preserve this. अभी इतना है हमारे पास, आयुर्वेदा में wisdom दिया है, तो we'll just tap into and know what is right for us. We'll just do it. Now, when you're doing the strokes and circles, you understood. Now, but when you do not have time, so what can you do? There's a very quick 5 minutes Abhyanga practice, which is kind of equivalent to like the whole Abhyanga practice, which is, how like, because I'm coming from Banaras, so I'm giving you that example. When you go to Ganga, like people go to wash their sins and feel pure and all. So, abhi pura nahi snan karna hai, dubki pura nahi lagana because it's cold or whatever, So what you're doing is take some Ganga and like chhidko on you. You're like, ho gaya, paap dhul gaye, So, but isse kya hota hai? What you do is that these 3 major points, that when you apply oil there and you just massage these points, it's enough. It's enough for your everyday practice. Now what you do, these are 3 things. So one is take your hand. I'm not going to count it. Hand to apne massage ho jayega. So, and hand also, of course, has all the marma points. Acupressure में जैसे सब points बताया, तो आयुर्वेदा में भी marma points सारे defined हैं. Now you take the oil and you have to put at these 3 spots. So one is here, right on the top of your head, which is crown chakra. This top of the head is where you kind of still receive the nourishment, and you stay connected to higher consciousness. You will think better thoughts. You will be aligned to the principles of the nature. It's because your channel is open, okay? So you do little oil here, okay? Now, if you are somebody who's like not washing your hair later, so then you may want to put a little bit so that chip na ho jaye baal, practical issues, but put a little oil here. Now, one thing that you have to take care of is your ear. Ears are so important. Ears are like your they're also doing a lot of work. We kind of ignore them, we kind of decorate them with all our piercings and everything, but ear health we don't really take care of so much. And people who constantly also use like buds and other things and insert, and sometimes they actually make more harm. Now ears, they always say like you have to just make sure that all the marma points, all the pressure points are being massaged, because this also will take care of your entire body circulation. And one more place where the entire body gets rejuvenated, it gets all the nourishment, is your feet. I don't know if I can try getting my feet, but you take your feet. Okay, so I will take here. I will. Okay, one phone drop later, I am now massaging my feet. Now again, you use a lot of amount of oil, and you just make sure that every single like pressure points from your tips of the toe and your entire feet, and especially the talve, पैर के जो तलवे होते हैं, which is, what is this part called in English? I don't realize. Talve, basically just the flat, the center part of your feet. That also needs a lot of nourishment. So you massage your feet, you make sure that you're kind of like stretching out your fingers. So just create a little bit more circulation here. And these all are marma points will make sure that your entire body will receive the benefit of this. Now, something that you should know, that feet is your connection to Mother Earth. What is helping you walk, it's helping you take places, it's helping you ground. It is what is like, it's like gravity is holding your feet down onto the earth. So feeling, especially if you are feeling all over the place, you're feeling anxious, anything is bothering you, sometimes you'll notice that only in the night, if you can just do this, apply, if not sesame oil, apply ghee on your feet and massage it, and then sleep. Then you will notice in the morning you will not have so much of that vata energy, not feel all over the place. So make sure that you have also massaged your feet really well. And so feet are done, your ears are done, your top head. These three things will be like चार बूंद गंगा जल हो गया, आप धुल गए. Okay, so a little TLC will go a long way. So I would want you to tap into this this practice and make it part of your life. And now that you know all the benefits of Abhyanga, just when you're practicing, one thing थोड़ा ध्यान रख लेना, when you put oil, especially on your feet, please walk carefully, don't slip anywhere. जो चीज़ हमारी हड्डियों को मजबूत कर रही है, मसल्स को स्ट्रॉन्ग कर रही है, वो बेचारे तोड़ ना देंगे practice. So please ध्यान से करिए. And yes, this practice can be done for your kids as well. In fact, बच्चों को तो मालिश is a very quintessential thing, right? And younger जो growing बच्चे उनके लिए भी मसाज कर सकते हैं. And pregnant women specifically, please take care of this thing. You don't have to rub your belly so much, and you have to, but massaging your feet will be really helpful as well, because they are also carrying the extra weight. And I now gonna see you tomorrow to talk about the dry brushing or the dry powder massage. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you for tuning into this Basics Ayurveda for Everyone video.